On podcast episode 5, which is my interview with Amelia, a divorced woman who is thriving in the sex club culture, I have a whole 24-minute episode available on my podcast, but here is a special collection of some of my favorite clips so that hopefully you come and listen to the whole podcast.
Hi, it's Amelia.
Did you ever plan to become a swinger?
No, never. I saw something on TikTok and I was like, you know what? I can't watch this video right now. I'm out in public. But I'm like, let me save this and let me start following her. I think it was a couple that was leaving and you were doing a video. I think it was like at the end of the night at Oasis, like how you usually do, you know?
Okay.
And so I was like, these people are like me. They're just normal people that took a chance, that went to this place that's in Toronto, not New York, not LA, not Vegas, not Berlin, in Toronto, in my city. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to check this out. So since I got divorced, I realized that, you know what? Some things you just have to do yourself. You know what? It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea. You know, you just have to pull off the Band-Aid and do it. And then they were going to go home. I was like, you know what? I'm going to Oasis today. I think it was a weekday. And you know what? I just was like, I'm going with an open mind. And I start walking around and then I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, that's TorontoUnicorn. I'm like, no way. Like, you know what? I can't even explain it. It's like, I just looked at you and you had like this aura, this halo, these like angel wings, you know, kind of behind you.
God.
And I was like, that's TorontoUnicorn. I'm like, I'm here because of her. And I'm like, that's a sign. Like, I'm not religious. I like, you know, I'm like, that's a sign from the world saying like, this was the right decision.
The path.
And then I don't it was such a fangirl moment. I don't even know what I said to you, but I was just like, I approached you and I was like, I watched your TikToks, so I'm here because of you. And I like to explore with women now. I was never into that before. And we talked about this before. It's, I think the word is hedonism, right? It's not so much what you're into. It's about pleasure.
The commitment to a life of pleasure instead of defining what pleasure is right now.
That's going to be like my new religion, you know? I've met so many amazing people. I've introduced 2 of my friends to this lifestyle. I've made new friends. I've explored. I've gone from like 0 to 100 in like 6 months. Yeah.
But always at a comfortable pace, right? Like you always felt like it was your time.
And the first time I did nothing. I just watched. I didn't even take off my clothes. I didn't grab a towel. I didn't do anything.
I love these private moments that people have with themselves. When you left that day and you had exited the building and went home and you acknowledged almost to yourself that you had done this. What was that like for you?
If I could say like a hallelujah moment. Like it just felt nice. It really honestly opened my brain. Like, you know how you have like a bubble, right? Like, you know, those cartoon thingies. And then it just like a pin went in and it just like bursted everything.
I felt biologically driven that way. But when you are in an environment that deconstructs jealousy, in my opinion, from the root source, it feels more as a social construct than something that's inherent.
And it feels good to now have like my old friends a part of this. And then, like I said, making new friends. And I really honestly want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for, I'm going to get emo, for being who you are.
That's it.
And sharing this with other people.
Oh. Well, thank you. I mean, it never occurred to me that anyone would watch. I started these videos for the sake of a personal diary, and I just can't believe that I happened to just shine the light on something that people couldn't see. And because I have a lack of shame about my self-confidence, it's literally an inherent ability to like, and again, I can feel shame, but it's just, I'm unapologetic about my honesty and all of that. And so the fact is, I was just holding the flashlight on something, but because I do it so unapologetically, I think it also creates not just a vision into a world, but it's through a very specific women empowerment, non-judgmental, and acceptance lens. And so when I project the lifestyle to my channel and to my viewers, and then they join the lifestyle, it's hopefully with that same value set, so that it continues the energy of the community that we've all created together, right? So I'm glad to see that it reaches people and it helps people feel connected to themselves, to their bodies, to their hedonistic wants. It's a beautiful thing. I think it reverse ages women and men. I think I've seen it in my own face get brighter just by being more in this lifestyle. Yeah, if you're looking for the fountain of youth, it's not a Estee Lauder necessarily.
It's that pleasure at a sex club or this lifestyle.
I'm seeing you and R specifically manifest what I want this lifestyle to be for women, right? Is how to be so comfortable in your own skin that used to upset you, right? And you can finally live at peace, and not only peace, but you can walk with some pep in your step. You can be like, I'm worth it. I'm worth pleasure. My body's worth pleasure, you know, and lots of it, right? Who's counting anyways, right?
You have really seen us blossom.
Yeah. You can find my podcast on any of the apps you see on your screen.